Welcome back, dear children, to e-learning classes. Hope you all are fine and enjoying your classes. Today we shall continue our chapter Indian Constitution. Now see the flowchart. We have two-level government as we see in the flowchart. One is the state and the other is the central government. Under the central government, we have at the topmost position is President. Under him, we have the three organs, that is the legislature, where law is being passed. In the parliament, we have the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. A bill, when passed in majority in the house, that is the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, it becomes a law. Now, this law is being executed by the executive, under which Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are there. The judiciary sees that the law is implemented well or not. If not, it has the power to punish the guilty and give justice, and Supreme Court is the topmost court of India. The same pattern is seen in the state government, where the governor is at the topmost position. Under him comes the legislature, executive and the judiciary. In legislature, we have the state government, legislative assembly, where the Vidhan Sabha or the Vidhan Parishad is there. Now, under the governor, the executive, chief ministers and the councils of ministers are there, and they govern the local administration, which is run by the panchayat or the municipal corporation and municipal boards. And for the state judiciary, there is the high court, the district court and the subordinate court, which is known as the fast track court. Under the high court, all these three courts comes, and this is governed by the governor of the state government. Is that clear, children? Now we shall read the functions of government. Legislature, executive and judiciary are the organs of government. Legislature make laws. Executive, with the help of civil service officers means police, implements the law, and judiciary makes the people follow the law and does the work of providing justice. Think. Gujarat also has Vidhan Sabha, Council of Ministers and High Court. Why so? You just see the Google. Now federal state. India is a federal state. There is a distribution of subjects on which the central or the state government can frame laws. There are three such lists, that is the union list, state list and the concurrent list. This we have studied in 7th standard. Laws framed by the central government are applicable to the entire nation. Means the central government is at the topmost level. Next we come to the fundamental rights. Fundamental rights of Indian citizen are provided by the Constitution of India, that was adopted on the 26th of November in the year 1949, but was put in use on the 26th of January 1950. The fundamental rights of the Indian citizen guarantee that the residents of the land can lead a peaceful life as long as they inhabit the country. The individual fundamental rights of the Indian citizen are the most of the time similar in all the democratic country. The individual fundamental rights to Indian citizen includes the following: equality before the law, freedom of religion, freedom of association and peaceful assembly, freedom of speech and expression, right to constitute remedies for the protection of civil rights. I hope, dear children, you have understood this chapter. Thank you for watching the video. Be safe.